Happy Monday! I am back with a new video. I know I said I would put this out on Sunday, but I got kind of like busy on Sunday yesterday and I was honestly way too tired to film this. So, without any further ado, I am going to answer your questions. I will announce the winner of the giveaway at the end of this video. So if you want, you can just like fast forward, I don't know to what time, because I don't know when I'll be done with this, but let's get started. And I didn't really think about these beforehand because I want to give like my honest answer. Just, not whatever comes to mind, but I just wanted to be, I'm reading them here and I'm answering them with you guys watching. Okay, so this question is from Just Ask Me 70, and she asked, what is your biggest pet peeve? I would have to say, I did have to think about this a little bit right before I started filming. I think my biggest pet peeve is when things are not organized. I can't stand it, like in a kitchen or bedroom or desk or wherever you are. If nothing is organized and there's just random things thrown around, I just want to go crazy. I'm constantly throwing out things. I'm constantly either like getting rid of stuff, giving it away, or moving things around my room and trying to organize everything. That way my life is a little bit easier and I don't have useless junk around my room. That's another thing. It's like people who keep unnecessary shit is like, why? Why do you need this stuff that you have? Do you use it? Do you look at it? No. So that is my biggest pet peeve. And the next question is from Marcelina. She asked me two questions. So I'm going to answer both. Any bad habits and what's your favorite perfume? So my favorite perfume is this one from Versace. It's Versace Bright Crystal. Chances are I'm smelling like this. I have other perfumes, but this is just my go-to. I love it so much and I've been wearing it since, I don't know, maybe I'm like 16 or 17, who knows, for a long time. And any bad habit, yes, I have one huge bad habit. I curse too much. I have the mouth of a truck driver, and it's really hard to filter that here when I'm recording because I know like some people get turned off from it, but it's kind of like who I am. And ever since I was little, like I know that's horrible, but I've been cursing. I wasn't like, hey, fucking teacher, I don't know. I've just been cursing since I'm young, and I know that's like kind of not good, but I can't help it, and that's just who I am. So yeah, that's my bad habit. I don't really have any other bad habits. Maybe other people think they're bad habits, but I don't. Okay, Shy C or Shay C, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, asked, if you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be? If I could give advice to my younger self, it would be to stay in school. And by that, I mean college. Like, I don't mean high school and, stuff like that. Because honestly, I feel like high school is a big waste of time. And I kind of wish I would have gotten my GED instead of my diploma, because it's a fucking waste. If you could just take your GED and then start college early on, I think that's like the best way to go. Even though, some might argue, okay, you're too young to even know what you want to do. But the reason why I'm giving my younger self this advice is because get a degree, get a 4-year degree as soon as you can, because at the end of the day, that's what employers look at. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, degree, great. And they throw it. They don't really care what it's in unless you're going for like a crazy like engineering job. That's different. But basic, like I feel like employers are just so brain dead sometimes, and they're like, you need a 4-year degree. And they fail to look at other things like experience, because sometimes that is better than a degree. You can have you have a girl who's 25 years old and has a 4-year degree. Great. But she has no experience. Whereas you have a girl who's 25 years old and has 6 or 7 years experience. So, I don't know. That's a whole other topic. But I took breaks, in between school and courses and college, whatever you want to call it, and I still didn't finish. I have like maybe a year and a half, 2 years to go. I mean, sorry. So I have like a couple more years to go until I get my bachelor's, but I just kind of wish I didn't take any breaks and I would have just continued on. Whatever, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now, Crystal the Bookworm and Vane Castellon, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm so sorry, asked, what is your dream job? And I'm going to be completely honest, because at first I'm thinking like, I don't know if I should be honest, but I am going to be extremely honest with you guys. My dream job is to be an actress. And I've always been, I'm comfortable in front of the camera. I like entertaining. I like to make people laugh. I don't mind being the center of attention. And, oh, people love calling me attention whore. And you're not, like, offending me, because I am, and that's fine. Fire. When I was little, I wanted to be a singer. And, you know, I can't sing, so that didn't work out. But I've always kind of kept up with, like, I don't want to say I kept up with acting, but, like, I've made videos in the past, and they may not be posted on YouTube, but I do have them. And I've just always really felt comfortable in front of the camera. I always loved movies and acting and just that whole realm kind of thing. So yeah, if I could, I would be an actress. And maybe not, I don't think I would be like a, let me see if I could think of who, I don't know. I think of more like Tina Fey kind of thing, like improv, comedy, funny, semi-serious sometimes. But yeah, I don't think I could be like a Julia Roberts, but I love her. Okay, so Lisa and Isabella coming at you live, and Angela Wilson asked me, who is your favorite YouTuber and why? And my favorite YouTubers are the Young Turks. If you haven't heard of them, they're the biggest online news show, and they're amazing. I've been watching them ever since I got a YouTube account. Like, this is a little bit ridiculous. Ever since I got a YouTube account, I've been watching the Young Turks. I love them so much. They bring the news to you. They bring current events to you. They don't do their own investigating per se, I guess you would say, but they bring their findings to you on their channel, and they're a progressive channel, and I love them so much. If you've never heard of them, check them out. They don't only talk about, like, you know, serious stuff. I mean, they talk about politics and stuff like that, but they also have, like, you know, little articles that they'll review with you. Or one I watched yesterday was why almond milk is not good for you, and they're super funny sometimes, and I just love them so much. I love watching Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. They're my favorite, and they're the ones that pretty much, I mean, Cenk owns the Young Turks, and Anna has been with him for many years now, so they're kind of like, they're like family to me. I love them. You should go check them out. Anyways, I can go on about them for a long time. I love them so much. Okay, Never Perfect by Kidul asked me, what is the best general relationship advice you can give to someone? So this could be a whole other video on its own, because this is serious business and I have a lot to say. So if I had to pick one thing for general relationship advice, I think it would be to never let a man or woman cross your boundaries. And that can mean so many things to someone, but whatever it means to you, don't let them do that. If that means, you know, if someone makes you feel uncomfortable or disrespects you or puts their hands on you and that's crossing your boundaries, just never allow that. That is, it opens the door to so many other negative things that will continue to happen to you. So with that being said, just kind of like just value yourself, and always remember that you're not defined by another person. And I know it's so hard, like especially for us females, it is so hard to even like grasp that idea when you love someone. It's so hard. That's why I say this could be a whole other video. And if you want, I could like make a video on stuff like that. I don't mind at all, but always put yourself first is what I'm saying. Okay. That's a deep question. I like that question. Okay, Angela Wilson and Katrina Rizko asked, are you considering getting married or having kids? Now, considering getting married, that's not something that I necessarily plan on. Don't get me wrong. If I'm proposed to and someone wants to marry me, I will, if my boyfriend proposes to me, if my boyfriend proposes to me, I will say yes and I will marry him. I love him. So yes, I would get married. However, it's not something I'm planning on. And if it doesn't happen, I won't be mad because I feel like that doesn't make or break a relationship. Like if you're in a good place, getting a marriage license doesn't put you in a better place, I don't think. So that's not top of my list. And as far as having kids, I do want one kid. I mean, like, maybe I'll be one of those parents that's like, oh, I'll have another. But I feel like let's start with one, see how that goes, and then, we'll go from there. But I do want to have a child one day. I do, yes. Okay, Tyrone Quinn asked, what brings you the most joy in your life? Real serious joy. What brings me the most joy in my life? I feel like my family brings me the most joy in my life. And I find that I'm happiest when I'm with them. And by family, I also mean some of my friends too, because I feel like friend is such a like weak word sometimes. Like I have really close people in my life that have been in my life for a long time that I don't even look at them as friends. I look at them as family. So I find myself happiest and filled with joy the most when I'm with my family and we're just spending time together, whatever that may be. That brings me the most joy because I love them very much. And Shannon Rockefeller asked me, if you owned your own business, what would it be? What would you call it? And what kind of boss would you be? If I owned my own business, I would want it to be a salon. I don't do hair and I never will do hair. So, I mean, I would probably have to like partner with somebody to do that. But I would want like a full-on hair salon, nail salon, makeup salon, like just one-stop shop. I would love something like that. Or maybe even a clothing store. I think I would love to own a clothing store. I would love to own my own business. Maybe even a restaurant. I don't know. I feel like I would be able to handle everything. But I would call it maybe Chi-Chi's, only because my dog's name was Chi-Chi and I love her and I miss her so much and I think it's a cute name. So maybe like Chi-Chi's Salon and Spa. And I would be the kind of boss that is like not annoying, or like if you need to take off. You want to go in the middle of the day and go get something done, go get something done. I am not going to be on your ass because I know what it's like to work a job and you can't do A or B or C, because you got to be at work and whatever. I wouldn't be like that. Like I would want my employees to make sure that they put themselves first and everything is cool with them, because if you don't have all your ducks in a row, there is no way you can make your job, if you can do your job productively, so I would make sure of that. And I'm not going to be mad if you're 5 minutes late to work. I'll get over it and you're here to do your job, as long as you do your job. Okay, Freebies, Hauls, and More asked me, and a couple of other people asked me, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? If I could travel anywhere in the world, it would be to Greece. Why? So I can have spinach pie. That's it. Okay, Miss Natalie Lopez. She saw that I spoke about moving to Texas. Okay, if you were to move, would you live in a small town or the city? I would want to live in a small town. And by small town, I mean like a little house or a big house, hey. And like just away from people. I don't want to move from one city to another, but I don't want to be too far from the city. So yeah, that's where I would go. And I have one more question from Bean. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? My favorite TV show when I was a child was The Rugrats, because they were what's up. Like, who doesn't love the Rugrats? And even watching them now, they're funnier now than they were back then when I used to watch them. So yeah, I love the Rugrats. Okay, now let's get into the winner of my giveaway. I put everyone's name collectively in the website and it generated a name, and it happens to be the first question that I answered, the person who asked me, and that is Just Ask Me 70. She is the winner of my giveaway. Yay! So if you can, send me an email. It's in my about section. Shoot me an email with your info and I'll be able to send you your package. I can't wait for you to get it, and I'm so happy. Thank you everybody for asking me your questions and being so sweet to me and congratulating me on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm giving you a huge hug and a kiss, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.